Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. So today I will write a summary for the first chapter of grade 12, which is number pattern. So I will start with quadratic sequence. So for quadratic sequence, remember the formula for the nth term of quadratic sequence is an squared plus bn plus c. You see, so remember, for quadratic sequence we'll have the first difference and the second difference. To get a, remember, we'll say 2a is equals to second difference, then you have to divide both sides by 2. You see, so when you divide both sides by 2, you'll get the value of a, right? After you get the value of a, you'll have to use term number 1. Then where you see n, you substitute 1. Where you see whatever the term here, you substitute it on tn. Same as term number 2. After these steps, you'll get your equation 1 and your equation 2. You see, after that, you will say equation 2 minus equation 1 to get the value of c. After, you will then have your nth term, which will always be in this standard. You see, because after all the steps, you'll have the value of a, of b, of c. Okay, so but on my next video I'll do quadratic sequence. I'll take one example and do it. So and we have another sequence which we call arithmetic sequence. Remember, this one, it was quadratic sequence. You did it in grade 11, you'll also do it in grade 12. So it's very important to know it. Even those who upgrade, you should know it. It will be there. It will always be there. So, and we have arithmetic sequence. So for arithmetic sequence, the general formula for arithmetic sequence is like this, whereby a is the first term, n is the number of terms, and d is the difference. And this one is for like term number. You see, so this is like a summary, but we'll do more questions. I want to show you the important details before we can actually do questions about number patterns. So yes, so after arithmetic we have another one which we call geometric sequence. So for geometric sequence, the general formula for geometric sequence is this one. A is still the first term, R is the ratio, and N is still for the nth term. So when they ask you a question and they say which term, always when you are given that question, you should know that you have to calculate for n, for the value of n. Okay. And before I go to series, one thing you should know is if they use letters, for example, x plus 1, x plus 2, and you have to find these terms, always know that you should always find the unknown first. And always, if it's arithmetic, if it's arithmetic sequence, you will use the difference, which will be t2 minus t1 is equals to t3 minus t2. When you are given unknown, that's what you should use. But if it's geometric, cause geometric, if they give you a question like this, they will tell you if it's arithmetic or geometric, if like it have unknowns like this sequence. So if it's geometric, it will be t2 divided by t1 all over t3 divided by t2. You see, this summary will be helpful because when you do calculation, you will already know what to do. Okay, so arithmetic series, you see. So for arithmetic series, actually for series we don't use commas. Remember, when we do sequences we use commas like this, for example. So on series we don't use these dots, we use plus or minus. If it's negative it will be minus, if it's positive it will be plus. Those are the sequences for arithmetic series. Okay, so and you should know the formulas of arithmetic series. So we have two formulas for arithmetic series, which is Sn is equals to n a plus l all over 2. This one we use it when we have the last term, because n is for the number of terms, a is for the first term, and l is for the last term. And we have another formula for arithmetic series, which is you see. So if maybe you have to calculate and you have the value of n, you have the value of a, and you have the value of n, and you have the value of t, and you substitute it on your calculator, you should press it the way as it is. But when you come here, you can write a bracket than a number outside. It will say maths error. So let's say here you have 4 and here you have 4 minus 1. On your calculator, write this one as if it is in front of this bracket so that your calculator can give you an answer. Okay, so but we'll do questions. So those are the two formulas for arithmetic series. So we'll do the one for geometric series right now. For geometric series we have two formulas, but our r will guide us. Our r is the ratio. So the first one that we have is Sn is equals to a r to the exponent n minus 1 close brackets then r minus 1. You see, we use this one when our r is greater than 1. Okay, so this is the first one. Remember, this is the first one, and it is for geometric. Geometric series. So the second formula is either you use this one or you use this one. So for you to use this second one is where r is less than 1. When our ratio is less than 1, we use this one. Okay, so those are the only formulas for geometric series for the sum. And we have stigma. So stigma is for the sum. So they can give you a stigma and say evaluate. So our stigma is like this. You see. So the number that we put here, and note that here they can use any letter. They can use N, they can use A, they can use Z. You see. But if here it's N, which means whatever we should write here should have N. Okay. And here is our last term. But if we want to calculate the number of terms, we'll say, okay, this number minus this number plus 1, it will be the number of terms of this series. Okay, we'll do calculations. Now I'm just explaining how the stigma works. And we have the sum of infinity. So the formula for the sum of infinity is sum of infinity is equals to a 1 minus r. So r is the ratio, a is for first term, and our r should be between -1 and 1. Our r should not be above 1 and our r should not be below -1. It should be between. So yeah, it is not that complicated, but we'll do questions and calculations. Yeah, so I summarize how they all work so that when I do calculation, you can all understand them well. So thank you for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, like and share, and tell others so that they can also subscribe and they can also learn from this channel. Thank you.